drinking wouldn't have allowed me to explore this other area of me and kind of was keeping me at this level. Like drinking, when you're drinking a lot, never elevates you. It never progresses you forward. All it does is just keep you here. Keeps you here. You know, you never have heard anybody ever say that I am really glad I started drinking again. Nobody's ever said that because there's no reason to be glad. If you've stopped and you've seen the positive aspects that drinking has made towards your life being improved in every way, shape, or form, it's like there's no reason to look back. And that's where I'm sitting right now. I'm really not even like, oh, I'm 100 days sober. I hope I can make it 100 more. I'm almost like drinking isn't even a thing for me anymore. I don't drink, and life has gotten so much better without drinking in every way. So I know a lot of people hit me up on Twitter about being sober. I know a lot of people always ask me questions about it. So I've been thinking about this for a long time. I want to form a place where people can get together and talk about issues with addiction. It doesn't have to be limited to alcohol. It can be any other addiction. I know there's every addiction out there. And even if you're having a hard time in life with depression, if you're having a hard time in life with your family, with work, anything, I know that everybody needs somebody to talk to, and not everybody has somebody to talk to. So I'm going to use Ruin Your Day as a platform for that. Every week on Wednesdays, I haven't decided a time yet, probably around 5 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. I'm going to have Ruin Your Day live for an hour. And basically what's going to be happening is the chat is going to be live, and that's going to be used as the floor for everybody to talk. I might be on a video feed answering questions to the chat. I might pull up some music that Ruin Your Day made to play. I might play some video in the background. It's going to be sort of a free-form vehicle type of feed. There's not going to be really a set thing that we're doing. The only thing that I want to go on is I want people to feel like it's a safe place to come into and talk and vent, talk to other people, maybe give advice. I'll be in there if anybody wants to ask any questions about being sober. I can give whatever advice I can for that. And yeah, essentially, I just think there needs to be a place like that. I think AA works really well for a lot of people because it's a community. It's a strong-knit community. You have a sponsor that holds you accountable for not drinking. You have other people that are going through the same thing as you. You realize there's a whole world out there of people that just don't drink. And that's rare these days, honestly. So I want there to be a place like that on Ruin Your Day that's doesn't have to be just limited to alcohol. It could be anything. You know, like my parents went through some heart problems this year, and that really devastated me. So, you know, I needed somebody to talk to about that. My ex-girlfriend's dog that I really love got cancer. My close friend just had cancer. So it's been tough for me as well this year, and I'm really thankful that I've had Ruin Your Day to talk to you guys about battle rap and forget about the troubles in my life, but I want to give back, and I want to create a platform where we can all come together and sort of be each other's shoulder to lean on every now and then. So just wanted to make this video to talk about me getting sober, my experience with it. Honestly, to wrap this up, being sober is like probably the best thing that's happened to me in a long time. Me breaking up with my ex-girlfriend that I love to this day has been the best thing that's ever happened to me too as well. It's really like jump-started me to make big improvements in my life that I'm really proud of. And yeah, I mean, I think anybody out there that's struggling with addiction, the first question you need to ask for yourself if you're thinking that you might have a drug problem, alcohol problem, any sort of problem is, if I'm asking myself if I have a problem, I might have a problem. Do you want to take the next step to solving it? Do you want to get clean? Do you want to get sober? And all I can say is being sober is amazing. It's great. I would never trade it for anything. It works really well for me. Other people can drink responsibly. I'm not one of those people. I can't drink responsibly at all. So, yeah, guys, I just want to thank you all for helping me through my year of sobriety. You guys really made a huge difference in my life. I want to thank everybody out there that supported Ruin Your Day, all the patrons, all the people that did a watch episode, all the guests, all the people that tuned in for watch, everybody that bought merch, everybody that bought music. It means the world to me. So thank you guys. Boom. What's up, everybody? Welcome to Ruin an Hour, a safe place to talk about anything from sobriety, addiction, depression, anxiety, balance, and life. My name is Kyle Gray. We are live once a week at 5 p.m. Pacific Standard Time right here on Ruin Your Day. And I just wanted to give the chat today a place to chat because recently I've had a lot of guests on and we haven't had time to really chat directly with the chat. So I just want to leave that open to everybody. Salute to Travis, 52 days sober. That is amazing. Congrats on that. That is huge. Also, congrats to Steve, who's in the chat, who's also living a life of sobriety too. Really amazing. Lucho, how's it going? Amy, Desi. Early morning for me. Sup, Abo, burnt from production in the night. Hope everyone has a blessed day. Rashid, good to see you in here. Slow Life, what's up? Christian, I had a month of sobriety recently, and I fucked up from Shreveport, Louisiana, and we just recently had a crazy snowstorm that never happened in history. We all got trapped in our homes for an entire week. A lot of people died. We had no water. Some still don't have water. Wow. Anyways, I was struck with my girlfriend in my house, and we drank that entire week. Yeah, man, I mean, the thing about sobriety is that relapsing is part of the recovery process, and sometimes, like, life happens. Sometimes life happens, like, stuff like that happens, and, yeah, I mean, I can completely empathize with being stuck inside for that long and wanting an escape. Like, that's very understandable. I think in situations like that, a good thing to practice is to think if that's really going to help the situation. Is drinking, using, diving into your addictions, is it really going to help it, or is it just going to sort of momentarily get you out of it, but you're just going to feel worse? Think if you were stuck inside and you you could still do this drinking, but think about if you were stuck inside for a week, you read a book, you read 2 books, you're like, okay, my goal is to see how many books I can read this week. See how many push-ups I can do this week. See how many letters to people I care about I can write this week. Spreading and raising your vibrations will ultimately raise your general sense of self-worth, your general sense of apathy, your general sense of happiness, I feel. When you're diving into your addictions, you're not doing any of that. So, but I completely understand that, man. I'm not blaming it on the incident, man. Yeah, exactly. Totally empathize with you. I'm glad you're good, though, man. Junior, how you doing? Good to see you. But yeah, what's everybody going through? I kind of want to talk to you guys about something that I'm going to do. And I haven't really talked to anybody about this publicly, so this is kind of going to be a first-time thing. But so, as you guys know, battle rap is, for me personally, this used to be my full-time job. Can't really be my full-time job anymore. Unfortunately, I lost a lot of big clients, and I'm not going to be able to do it full-time. So what I'm trying to move into is more of this work. Ruin an Hour has been an integral part of my recovery process, along with just being overall extremely gratifying. And I feel like it's the right thing to do. And I like to help people a lot and be of service. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to move more into this line of work and basically essentially stop doing Ruin an Hour. And I'm going to start a streaming service on Twitch or YouTube. I haven't really decided which yet. But I don't know if you guys have seen those chill beats to study to channels where it's just music playing 24/7. Basically, I want a stream that's playing 24/7 that's about depression, anxiety, addiction, all that stuff. And it can be a place where you, just like Ruin an Hour, it's basically Ruin an Hour 24/7, where I'm not going to be in there 24/7, but somebody The chat will be live 24/7. It will be a place that's heavily monitored, so there's not going to be any inflammatory comments, and it would just be a safe place for people to go to, because I feel like nowadays depression is such a widespread thing, and we're just now kind of getting to the tip of the iceberg of talking about it. And people that I know have been like committing suicide left and right. And I just wonder if they really did not have anybody to talk to in that moment. And if there was something like that, that it was kind of more of a popular streaming thing that you could just go into and people would talk to you. You'd be like, hey man, I feel like shit because this, that, or the other. Hey, like, just like Ruin an Hour. Like, you guys come in here, you say what you feel. You can do it anonymously. You just make a burner account. Nobody has to know who you are. You say, I'm suffering from addiction. I'm suffering from heartbreak. I'm suffering from being lost in life, whatever. And then other people could, kind of be a sounding board for you and listen to you. And I think that's really important nowadays. So that's kind of what I'm going to go into a lot more in the future. What's up, Johnny? Good to see you in here, bro. Lost a homie yesterday. Be there for your people. Damn, Johnny, I'm sorry to hear that, man. Are you good? Is everything okay? That's really, really rough, dude. That sucks to hear. Seen you in the Crucible. Do you think you'll work with URL again? Like your foot's in the door. To be honest with you, I don't think I'll work with URL again. Like, I think that ship has sailed. I think they are not happy with my relationship with their big investor Caffeine, and that I was rather inflammatory about Caffeine publicly. And yeah, but no love lost. I wish them the best. And yeah, I would totally work with them if they approached me. But that is to say this, that I'm extremely burnt out on battle rap. Like, extremely. No, I wasn't uncomfortable with the Crucible. The Crucible happened the day after Gnome 10, and they actually borrowed my lights to film the Crucible. Like, I lent them my lights because they didn't have any lights. Yeah, I'm going to do RBE events. I'm filming their Max Out event. So I'm still going to film battle rap. I'm not saying I'm stopping, but what I'm saying is, like, I'm pretty burnt out. I'm pretty burnt out on how the overall, like, toxic nature of the culture is a big turnoff for me. A lot of things turn me off about it. I love the art form. I love a lot of the people I met, but overall I feel like it's very toxic, and I hate saying that because that's such like a cliche term to use about things, but it is. A lot of the people that cover it, that are fans that become the media, because that's what they are. None of the media in battle rap is professional commentators. They're all fans turned media. And what a lot of them do is they concentrate on the most negative aspects about it and try to, like, tear down the people within it. And that's just one little aspect about it. And it's easy to ignore if you don't pay attention to it. I'm not on social media anymore, which I highly advocate everybody to do if they can, just to get off social media. But yeah, so battle rap is becoming desensitized, like corporate. Exactly. Do you do purple Reunion Day shirts? Feel like I remember seeing them, but I did. We don't have any currently in stock, but these are in stock. The hoodies. We're gonna get more colors pretty soon. Thank you, appreciate it. Love to you all. Love for this, Avo. I've been here since 2010, following battle rap to the fullest, supporting this creative genius. Thank you, man. I've been here for a minute too, so you've been here almost as long as me. That's amazing. I saw something where a neuroscientist who studied depression discovered people need to be validated more than supported, like being asked questions like, "What did you do that made today better?" Ooh, that's interesting. I could see that. Yeah, I could definitely see that. That's very interesting. Instead of just like, here's a space for you to vent. I'm listening to Anthony Baza book that mentions that everyone is now a critic, but they're not journalists. They're just fans with opinions, but the word has become valued now. I mean, that's entirely true. I mean, no offense. That's kind of what I am. It's like, I'm not anything more than a working film professional, but you know, my opinion on battle rap matters to some, when who knows, it really shouldn't. But regardless, that's battle rap. You know, I definitely don't want to turn this show into that. Still love the culture, still love the art form, but I think it would benefit myself greatly to do it as a part-time job, not as a full-time job. And then my other part-time job will be this new stream thing that I'm going to start. Where do I get the idea of Ruin Your Day from? The channel's name, Ruin Your Day, is basically based off of when you go down like a wormhole in YouTube and you're just like watching video after video after video, and you're like, before long, you're like, wow, I've spent all day watching YouTube. I ruined my day. So that's pretty much what it is. What do you think can turn the toxic around? What's the fix in your opinion? I mean, I don't think it's really a result. A+, good to see you, man. Pretty burnt out on battle rap as well. Yeah, man, super understandable. Not much positivity going at the moment. And to be honest, people just ragging on each other, saying this guy sucks, that guy sucks, this guy's not a legend, this guy's trash. Whenever a card comes out, people just talk hella shit about it. It's just like so exhausting. It's just exhausting, man. And then you have the most lowest vibrated people ever pushing like the most hate speech I've ever seen in my life being behind battle rap. And it's very disappointing, to be honest. But I think that's more so a reflection upon people that really thrive off validation in terms of herd mentality. Social media breeds that a lot, where it's like people go after like getting validated for making a point rather than actually they do it to get validated and to have people like it instead of just doing it themselves, right? Much love from Amsterdam. What's up? Mo Flow, good to see you. Dr. Penetration, what up? That's a crazy name, my friend. There's no respect of the art from itself. Yeah, I totally agree. UK scene needs some love at its lowest points. Yo, Joe, but I mean, they had an event, didn't they? Anarchy. Hip-hop and battle rap is like a generational toxicity. People need to heal, period. I agree, man. I agree, Desi. Like, that's a very good point. And I think healing is something that takes a long time with anything, right? I hope the new stream happens for you, Avo. Interesting space to dive more fully into. Exactly, Amy. And that's kind of what I want just to be, is like a full 24-hour streaming platform like Rune an Hour. I feel like there's nothing like that out there. I looked for it. I was like, is there like an app for mental health? Is there an app for depression? Is there an app? I know there are sobriety apps to help people get sober, but I feel like there's no app that builds a place where people could talk. Because for one, I know I could use that shit. Like, I used to use fucking Twitter as like a fucking diary for my like challenges that I was facing. And I know if there was just a place I could go to and I could be like, I feel really bad right now. This is the reason I feel really bad. And people could listen and talk, and I could exchange, just like ideas with people. I think that would be really beneficial. Yesterday, I went to a job trial shift, and I was really depressed and anxious beforehand, didn't want to go, but I ended up going and feeling a lot better about myself. That's amazing to hear, man. Dr. Penetration. And that's the thing about pushing yourself to do stuff that's uncomfortable. Oftentimes it will feel better after you do it. For example, running is a big one. Think of running. Whoever sits down and is like, man, I can't wait to go and run. Like, what you really are saying afterwards is you're saying that I can't wait for the feeling of accomplishment, of feeling like I did something. Sometimes I do feel like running. That's not true. I can't really say that. But there are some days that I don't feel like running at all. And then afterwards, you feel just so much better that you just got that shit done. You went and handled it. I like these personal talks. You talking with us about every topic. I like these kind of conversations. Appreciate that, MoFlo. I think CBD oil helps too. I've heard that as well. In Canada and Ontario, we have app sites that give us info and have a crisis hotline to call or text, but it's not helpful. You can tell the person on the other and doesn't always care. Yeah, and see, the thing is, I fucking care. And I know a lot of people that do care, honestly. I know a lot of people that care about things like that I'm really interested in because, like my area of expertise is really small in the mental health arena. Like I'm not an expert by any means on even sobriety. Like I got sober in a really unorthodox way. I got sober by literally just stopping cold turkey. I just stopped, and I haven't drank for almost 3 years. It's going to be 3 years in July. And that's super unorthodox, and I would never suggest that for every other person to do, like saying that the way I did things is the golden standard. But what I would like to do with this new platform is interview people, interview therapists, interview people that are advocating for homeless change in Los Angeles, in the world, interview people that are entrepreneurs in their craft, interview people that are just motivated humans, interview people that are therapists. And I'm not trying to just start a podcast because I'm not interested in that, because I want them to talk to the chat. I want the chat to be a big thing here. I want them to be able to talk, and I want them to be able to talk to each other. So I just feel like it's something that's not really out there. And I think especially for a platform like Twitch, I feel like they would get behind it really heavily, correct? Because there is in my opinion, I see it, a pretty vamped mental health crisis in that community. There's a lot of people that have committed suicide due to depression. And I feel like if Twitch offered a safe place to talk for anybody, that it would be beneficial to everybody on that platform that is streaming for a job, that is sitting down all day long playing video games. If they had a place to talk, to just talk. Louis, appreciate that. Thanks, Dr. Penetration. Steve, Slave, sorry, my eyes are terrible. Love you too. K Beats, good to see you. Shade, on holiday off work this week and going to try and send some applications out in need of a desperate career change. So here we go. Shade, that's amazing, man. That's good. That's the first thing you could do, is just send those out there, man, and just keep at it. Don't get discouraged. Just keep going. Keep going. Keep going forward. So yeah, that's kind of like what I've been thinking about doing. I'm probably going to start it pretty soon, within the next month. Brian, much love, man. Love your stuff. One of the realest out here. Appreciate that, Brian. Much love. Thank you for the donation. Means a lot. Thank you. Hey, Ava, how do you deal with the lack of motivation drive? I feel like for a while it's been a hard time having motivation for work, school, and just hobbies in general. Franks. So if you're suffering from a lack of motivation for everything, I think there's probably an underlying issue there. I think it's not just like an overall lack of motivation. I think you might be suffering from a layer of depression. You might have some anxiety. I would do things like when I feel like I'm unmotivated, I try to be kind to myself about being unmotivated and not be like, oh, I don't try to be mean to myself about it and say you should be motivated, and if you're not motivated, you're fucking up. I'll take a day to myself, like today. Besides this, I really haven't done anything, and it's fine. It's totally fine. It's okay to have those days. Actually, it's like essential to have those days every now and then where you literally just like read a book, go outside, watch TV, listen to music that you really love, make music that you really love, just do good stuff for you. I'm not saying go get shit-faced, don't lean into your toxic behaviors, but do stuff that is good for you still, and be kind to yourself. And where I draw motivation from is I draw a lot of motivation from books, YouTube channels. There's like a plethora of YouTube channels out there that are extremely motivating. Like I'll just watch these dudes. Like the other day, I follow this guy called Broly Gaines, and he's obviously a fitness channel, and he's doing this thing called the Super Saiyan Challenge, and I like it obviously because it's associated with anime. And he did this thing called the Super Saiyan Challenge. It's 1,500 push-ups and 1,500 squats in a day. And I was like, damn, that seems like fun. And I just did it the next day. And I also did 1,500 crunches. So I did 1,500 crunches, 1,500 push-ups, and 1,500 squats in a day. And it took around 3 hours to do. It took a really long time. But just that, like pushing yourself is motivating to me. But isn't the problem that you're not a professional therapist? At least here in Germany, you're not allowed to give people advice how to deal with the problems as a non-professional. I could see that, man. I mean, I could see, like, the thing is, I'm not really advocating that I'm giving professional advice. Like, I'm not like, hey, like this, ruin an hour, listen to Kyle Gray talk. It's more so like, ruin an hour, here's a safe place for anybody to talk. And I am anybody. I'm not better than you guys just because I'm sober. I've been sober for a fucking blink in my lifetime. I'm not trying to place myself on any other platform than being here with you, you know, and talking to you and not being judgmental and allowing people to say anything in here, anything they're struggling with. But yeah, exactly like Desi says, I'm not diagnosing anybody. I'm not giving any like... any definite analysis of anybody. I'm just trying to be an ear, I would say. Diz versus Conceited would be a classic. But yeah, motivation is hard to come by, man. I know it. And it's something that I struggle with a lot. But the thing is, you got to just... When it comes, it comes. When it doesn't, it doesn't. You can't force it. You can't force motivation. You can force yourself to do shit, and I guarantee you will get motivated through doing shit too. Like if you force yourself to work out, in the middle of it, I guarantee you'll feel good about making that decision, about doing it. And like somebody said earlier in the chat, they said that they didn't feel like going to their job, and then by the end of it, they felt great. So usually by doing something, the process of it motivates you. There's also a thing to be said about people that suffer from crippling anxiety. I watched this movie yesterday called Set It Up, and there's a part in it where this woman, she works at a sports publication, and she's an assistant, and she really wants to be a writer, but she has like this crippling fear of writing her first article because she's afraid that she's not going to be good at what she writes. And her friend gives her this wonderful advice that I've heard a lot of people give advice to from people that suffer from anxiety before, is do something badly the first time. Just do it bad. Just start, because you're not going to be an expert on it right off the cuff. You're not going to fucking go out there and run a marathon perfectly the first time. You're not going to pick up a camera and become a DP the first time. You know, you got to do something bad, and it's okay to do it bad. It's completely okay. Speaking from experience, an exchange dialogue is not synonymous with diagnosing anyone. Lucho, very true, very true. People who run AA are not psychologists. That's very true as well. Having a group like this is hugely important too. Therapy is great, but having a group where you feel like you belong also is important. Dustin, awesome. It's good to hear. It's good to hear that you guys get a lot out of this. But yeah, I kind of just want to do that, and that's why I'm kind of starting a new thing. I feel like it will also kind of break away from the battle rap niche that I'm in, and hopefully spread. Like I feel like this is a really good thing, and I feel like the ceiling on this is really high. I feel like this could help a lot of different people out, and I feel like it's very useful, and I want to do things that are useful and good for the community. Gotta have the courage to just start. Hardest step is the first. That's exactly right, Brian. MoFlo, I don't really want to. I don't have an opinion on that at all, to be honest. I'm not. I don't know. I'm not a close friend of his. I don't know what his situation is, and more power to him. I have no ill will against that guy at all. Have I considered TikTok? No, I have not. I don't really see what I would do on there, but I know that it's a big platform. I know that for sure. Like intimidatingly large, for sure. I've been to rehab multiple times in the last 10 years. I've been sober now 506 days. Lucho, congrats. That's huge. And this chat is a major factor in that. Love y'all. Much love, Avo. Lucho, congrats on that. 506 days. That's fucking big. Emil, thank you. Appreciate that. Hope you're doing good too, man. Hope everybody's doing good. Hope everybody's having a character building day if it's not a good day. How about that? Yeah, Dustin, I appreciate that. Yeah, I mean, exactly. I just want this thing to grow. That's all. I want this thing to get bigger, and because I think it could help a lot of people. It's not like I want it to get bigger for any other reason that I feel like it's a good thing in the world. But yeah, the algorithm is crazy on there. So much better than others. You would be able to market your stream to those who need it easily. He does it. Yeah. Yeah. I mean, so the idea is it's not going to be called Ruin an Hour, obviously, because that makes no sense for it to be called Ruin an Hour if it's not on Ruin Your Day. So it's going to be called A Safe Place. And yeah, it's going to be 24-hour stream. If I can do that, obviously, you know, since I work and do other stuff, I have multiple computers, but I can't really be streaming 24 hours a day, then like do a watch or do like Geechee's podcast from here. So I'm going to stream as much as possible, essentially. It feels like having a place where there's a lot of anonymity and no real need to be someone or seek attention might be extra helpful for some. Exactly. I agree with that. Lush has spoken a bit recently on attention and support since being sober can also become an addiction. Very true. That's very true. It's like attached with your ego because you feel like, yeah, for sure. I mean, I could totally empathize with that. I have felt that a lot. Dustin, I appreciate you coming through, bro. I have much love from New Zealand. Mark, I just got finished watching a movie on New Zealand, bro. What's your advice to someone just starting their journey of sobriety? Is that what you're talking about, Mark? I would say if you're just starting your journey of sobriety, man, that to be as kind to yourself as you possibly can, to be proud of yourself for wanting to even start. So few people do that. Took me fucking 30. So I got sober when I was, I'm 33. I got sober when I was 33. It took me 33 years to even want to get sober. So congrats on even embarking on that, and look into programs if you like to. I'm not saying they're the only way to go, but I know that a lot of people swear by them and they are extremely helpful for a lot of people. And the last thing I would really suggest for anybody starting a journey into sobriety is to go to therapy. Go to therapy, because therapy helps so much with everything, because chances are the reason why you're not sober, it doesn't deal with anything but, doesn't deal with things outside of mental health issues. It might, but chances are that it probably is deep rooted in some mental health issue that if you find the root of, you can find ways to cope with it. Let's see. Why no more King of the Dot filming? Twitch looking to take over production. Fall back in your own. You and King of the Dot is a perfect team. I mean, I would work with King of the Dot. Me and King of the Dot just don't. It doesn't make sense, business wise, as they say. But I wish them the best. You can have streams going 24/7, but not be on the screen. You can have audios, have mods, and just have the chats there. Nature, sound, stress, do that kind of thing. Yeah, exactly. That's what I want to do, is have like videos where I talk about like anxiety, and it's just like text. You know, it's nothing. I'm not on the screen. But yeah, that's the idea. Cemetery chips. I am free of caffeine, bro. Well, actually, that's not fucking true. I'm not free of caffeine. I'm drinking black tea right now, but I am free of coffee. I don't drink coffee. And I rarely drink tea. This is like a very weird thing that I decided to do today. Excuse me. But yeah, I've been coffee free for I think almost 2 years now. I haven't drank coffee for 2 years. and you feel a lot better. I will say that. You don't need caffeine. I never need caffeine to wake up in the morning. I just wake up. You just wake up and that's it. Like I'm never like dragging all day. I'll drag like if I'm tired, if I don't get a lot of sleep. And that's where I think a lot of people like that don't get adequate sleep are like, man, I need coffee. And it's like, nah, you just need to sleep more than 4 hours a night. You just need to get a healthy night's sleep. But yeah, Nick, good to see you in here, bro. You're one of my favorite producers. Much love. Just make sure you plan good self-care. If you start streaming a lot, that can be difficult for mental health as well. Exactly. 100%, man. And that's kind of what I want to do is I don't want to like be on camera 24/7. I want to have content playing 24/7, but not be on camera. Every time I sober up, I realize that I've been so stoned in my whole life, I don't really know how to deal with problems or difficulty well. Like when I faced any adversity, I had a crutch. Now I don't. That's the hardest part for me. Yeah, man, that completely empathize with you on that. It's really hard to like go through challenges in your life and not have something that will immediately just take those challenges away for a second. Because getting drunk feels like that happens. Getting high feels like, all your problems leave, but they don't leave at all. Your problems don't really actually go away. All that happens is your problems just stay here. They just bottle up, they compound. And the more you just compound those, the more they're going to come out in destructive ways. I can say since I've been sober, I've been able to approach challenges in a lot more healthy manner. I'm less problematic when I get faced with adversity. I can't imagine going through what I went through this past year if I was drinking. I cannot imagine what would have happened. I would have definitely said a lot of things that were not good. I would have ruined a lot of friendships. I would have burned a lot of bridges. I can't imagine going through my breakup and being drunk too. Like, it's just sobriety, I feel, brings a clarity that you'll discover the tools to work with and be able to face challenges. Medallions. I'm enrolling in AA when I receive my first 1-year coin. I've kept it on me every day. It's wild about the physical manifestation of hard work keeps me going. That's a good point, Lucho. I would love to do that. I would love to have like a medallion like this and that we could send it to people. That's a really good idea. Hey, Avo, you and Lush should do a podcast together about everything except battle rap. That'd be dope. I would love that. Lush is a really good friend of mine, and I really, really enjoy talking to him. And I think that the more that people talk less about battle rap, the more it's going to be interesting for people. Like Geechee is a very interesting person. He's got a lot of stories. I told him on his podcast, I'm like, you should just not talk about battle rap anymore. Literally don't talk about it. Don't give predictions anymore because that stuff has a shelf life and it's not really that interesting, to be honest. It's like all you need to talk about is you because you're a very interesting person. I told the same thing to Math. Good luck in your new journey, man. Battle rap will never look the same. K Mills, I appreciate that. Thank you. Ryan, what's up? Good to see you. It's all good, man. I'm going after the thumbs up. If you guys want to give it, it's fine. If you don't, it's cool. Ain't gonna ruin my day. But yeah. So that's kind of what I've been thinking about doing recently, and that's probably what we're gonna move into more so in the next couple months. Hopefully launch that in April, and then yeah, it should be good. It should be awesome, man. Should be good. But how's everybody else doing? Anybody got stuff they want to chit chat about? I might wrap this up a little bit early today. Sobriety medallion hoodie. Oh man, that would be crazy. I would love that. I should honestly just make like some sort of sobriety gear that doesn't say sober. Maybe I make one that says dare. I just make dare hoodies again. That'd be rad. Or like the ruin your day as the dare logo. Maybe that'd be cool. I don't know what I'm doing anymore, man. This shit is all crazy. All right. Well, I'm going to wrap it up today. Chat's kind of dying down. But I appreciate everybody in here. Thank you guys for letting me talk about my new idea. Congrats to Lucho on the over 500 days of sobriety. Congrats to everybody in here for just being in here and talking. I appreciate you guys so much. I hope you guys have a great day. Album art on the shirt. Which album art are you talking about? And I hope you guys have much love. And that's it. I will see you guys soon, hopefully, for either a watch or shade. Appreciate that. Rashid, appreciate you for a watch. Oh, round for round tomorrow. I'm going to do round for round tomorrow for a very long time because I got like 5 battles to finish up in the first round. So tomorrow we're going to be live here and Twitch. So tune in tomorrow, guys. Peace out.